Hi, it's Ron here in the Writer's Workshop with a Right Stuff shortcut. We're going to take a short look at the joys of writing sex, but before we start, be sure and click the subscribe button below so you won't miss any shortcuts coming up. I've edited writers who use sex as an element in their storytelling. I've even helped a few who use sex in their memoirs. That second one is a tricky assignment, to be sure, but sex is always tricky, and never more so than on the pages of a story. As authors, we have to conjure up all of the elements in a scene, the sensations, in addition to the feelings. Why do we try? Writing about sex in a story can be a powerful way to tell a hidden truth about a character. Your scenes have a better chance of succeeding when you take care of more than just the act. You also want to write the run-up as well as the aftermath. Sometimes that's an afterglow, and other times the aftermath is the smoking cinders of a wildfire. A good seminar from the Iowa Summer Writing Festival a few years back gave me some fundamentals on ways to let a sex scene earn its keep. Be certain why they're taking up screen time. Sex scenes are best when they shed light on a part of a character or a relationship that will emerge in no clear way. You deliver the joy of vulnerability by writing about sex. One tip from Iowa: less detail can let the reader engage more in the emotions, so long as you put those emotions on the pages. One safe motto to remember is less description, more suggestion. Make sure you show us the feelings that lead to the act. Now, writing about sex is always a matter of taste. Now, I'm not talking about the sensation of taste, but the way that the word taste describes preferences. You might like the tone of your combat scenes to have very loud weapons and a minimum of screaming. Or you might prefer that the sex scenes you read make it clear at all times which body part is where. But just like the combat scenes are not an ad for the weapons companies, the choreography of the bodies is better left for your working notes. You only get a certain number of words while you're writing sex. If you're using up too many words on the choreography, you're leaving too little for the heart of the story. Let's face it, the basic mechanics of the act are not a mystery to many of us. Try to avoid a great deal of tab A goes into slot B kind of writing. The best parts of a sex scene that are the ones that tell us where the emotions have come to rest as much as the position of any body part. Then there's the difference between being specific and being explicit. In the novel Atonement, Bryony knows every specific part of her lover's body. The specifics are the personal ways that she regards those parts. Some are surprising, like the back of a knee. In contrast, being explicit doesn't distinguish one lover from another, except in the obvious ways that measure, say, size or volume. Some of the most useful short advice for writing about sex centers around what to avoid. Avoid comparing a body part to anything like cherries or a sycamore log. Avoid using the nouns that you've heard in high school health classes. Those words are correct, of course, but the buzz of romance is drowned right out by the correctness. Avoid swinging the spotlight into the genitals. We all can picture those things. Better to focus on the arc of the shoulder blades. Avoid relying on the visuals alone. Smell and sound are senses that are often overlooked. One thing you want to keep in mind is the sex scene is supposed to change the characters that are in it. The scene needs a reason for occurring, something beyond, this proves these two people love one another. What's the nature of that love? What mistaken ideas could that act celebrate? Use dialogue between your characters, but try to stay away from the lines that have been made legendary by porn. Dialogue before the action between lovers is always a potent appetizer. There's a fine anthology on writing erotica. The Good Parts is a collection of scenes written over the last 100 years. Some are from the giants of literature like Philip Roth and Joyce Carol Oates, and other passages dazzle us from authors like Audrey Niffinger, who gave us The Time Traveler's Wife. Maybe the joys of writing sex are a lot like time travel. An author can dream and canter into the future or revisit the glories and mistakes of the past. The excursion into sex is a powerful way to experience vulnerability in characters. Making the trip lets you experience the vulnerability as an author, too. If you're bold enough, take your shot at writing about sex. Thanks for watching. If you're ready for development editing to establish your characters and their desires, or you want author coaching for skills and practices, or you just need a graceful copy edit, you should connect with me. It all starts with a free sample edit. My links are in the description below. It's Ron at workshopwriter.com. When you're working with me, you get personal editing with professional results. See you next time.